Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today is my daughter's 7th birthday and she really wanted me to do her makeup, so I primed her skin using the P.LOUISE Partner in Pink primer, and I'm prepping her lips with this e.l.f. lip oil. And y'all, recording this was a lot of fun, and it was also a little bit difficult just trying to make sure that we were just in frame. I definitely need to have a better setup to do these things, but here I am brushing out her brows, trying to make them as natural as possible. I'm using the P.LOUISE Believe in the Bristles 20-piece brush set, and I am carving out her brows. And I am using the Too Faced concealer to clean up the brows. And homegirl is just living her best life, watching her iPad while I am slaving away trying to beat her face. So we have the brows nice and snatched, and I'm just making sure everything is blended, and we are on to the eyes. So of course I'm priming it using P.LOUISE base in RUMOUR 2, and I am just tapping that all over the lid. So she did want something colorful, so we're gonna be using the P.LOUISE AM to PM eyeshadow palette, and this is full of all the colors. Okay, she definitely wanted something blue and purple, so this is what we kind of did on one eye. I'm starting out with this orangey shade, and I'm using that as a transition. So essentially I'm doing kind of like a sunset outer, crease type of look. So I'm just blending away with the orange for the transition. Then I'm taking this purple and I'm mixing it with this like darker blue-ish purple and mixing those together just to create some depth and putting that on the outer corner. And so it really blends really nicely, the purple and the orange together. Then just to soften it a little bit, I'm going into this Beauty Bay Midnight palette, and I'm taking this gorgeous blue right here, and I'm just going to use that to diffuse on to the actual lid, kind of how you see how it goes from the shimmer to blue to purple. That's what I'm doing, and just going back and forth. Then I'm taking the micellar water and a Q-tip, and we are going to go ahead and clean up that crease because we are doing a half cut crease, and she did really good for this part. I was actually surprised. She at first was like gonna hold her breath, but she sat super still, and yes, it is cut and you see the blend. So now I'm taking this P.LOUISE base. I'm not sure the name. I'll have everything listed in the description box. And here we are cutting the crease, and I definitely told her to try to stay as still as possible, but my baby likes to talk, so I just had to work around it and have a really steady hand. And as you see, I am taking my time really cutting the crease and just using tapping motions to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And she was doing really good. She was starting to get over it at this point, but now I'm taking that blue and just diffusing. That way you have the gradient from that lighter blue to like that more like true blue to the purple. So we're all about the blend. As you can kind of see, it's a little bit hard, but we tried our best. But you can see it clearly here how everything is nice and blended. And then I'm taking like this really like aqua shade and setting the lid, and it was so beautiful. I just love how vibrant these eyeshadows are from P.LOUISE, and my daughter really enjoyed it, and she wanted to add some shimmer, so she chose this beautiful seafoam green shimmer, and I basically just tapped it on the center of her eyelid. It's definitely giving all the mermaid vibes, and it really came out really good. So now I'm just cleaning up any of the fallout that came down, and we're just making sure everything is nice and clean. And homegirl just couldn't stop looking at herself. She really loved her eyes, and she's trying to give you a closer look at what her eyes are looking like, and it is nice and snatched, and the shimmer is definitely shimmering. Okay, so now that we have, you know, the eyes pretty much done, she didn't want lashes or anything, so we just left the eyes like that. I'm gonna do some underpainting. I'm taking this liquid bronzer in Hazelnut Heart, and I'm just bronzing up her skin. Honestly, I really didn't need to do her base makeup, but she wanted the whole shebang. So here I am bronzing up her skin, and it was like the perfect color for her. Then I'm taking that Too Faced concealer, and I'm only using a tiny bit because she has literally perfect skin. She's, you know, 7 years old. She has flawless skin, so she really doesn't need a lot of coverage, but I'm still doing it as if I was gonna do, you know, a full beat. So just applying the concealer on all the high spots, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of color corrector and just apply that a little bit around her mouth. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend everything out, and everything just blended so effortlessly, and it looks still natural. I didn't go too light or too bright. It all really comes together. So I'm just blending away. And she was really just talking to me the whole entire time. And oop, she sneezed. It was tickling her nose with me blending. But she definitely enjoyed this experience. I don't know if I would do it again. It was definitely a lot harder trying to do makeup on her because, as you can see, she's not really sitting still, but she's doing the best of her ability, and the skin is skinning, so she really was not a fan of this part. I'm spraying her face using the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Spray, and then for foundation, I'm just taking this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, and I'm just applying a light layer, using that as a foundation, even though she doesn't need it. It's very sheer, so it's giving skin. I still want her to look like my baby, so we're not trying to do too much coverage. But as you can see, she is just enjoying every part of this and living her best life. Next, I'm taking these liquid blushes from Rare Beauty, and I'm just applying that onto her cheeks, doing a little bit at a time. And these really just blended out really nicely. I didn't add too much, just because, you know, I can get a little blush heavy, but I wanted to use both of them, so I did and just blended it out. And then I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place bronzer using this top shade and just setting the bronzer. I haven't set her face at this point, just going with the bronzer. I think I might have set the concealer with some powder, but I don't even remember, to be honest. But everything just blended really nicely, and she really liked that part when I went underneath her neck. I tried to make it as pleasurable of an experience. I'm taking this Artist Couture blush trio, and I love this blush, so of course I had to use it on my little cutie pie. And you can see the blush just coming together onto the skin. It looks so good, and I love that this blush works for a lot of skin tones. Of course, we're adding a little bit of highlight onto her. We're going with the MAC Oh Darling, doing a little bit on the tip of her nose and in between her eyes, and a little bit on her Cupid's bow. And she is just eating up how she is looking, okay? You just see how flawless she looks. So now we're on to lips, and homegirl here has lips for days. So I'm just following her natural lip line, and it really gave her that pouty look. She definitely was blessed with these lips. She has the fullest top lip I have ever seen, and her bottom lip also matches, so we love that over here. I'm taking this lipstick from Nova Beauty in the shade Heaven and applying that onto her lips. And then just to top off this lip combo, I'm taking that same e.l.f. Lip oil and using that as gloss. Then we're spraying one last time, and then it's going to be time for the reveal. Here, hold it.
I already know what I look like. Whoa. What happened to my skin?
You like it?
Yeah. Wait, Mom, what did you do to my normal skin? Mom, I look like a different person now.
You don't look different, you look the same. Wow, say bye to your friends.
Bye.
You gotta look at the camera and say bye.
Bye.